Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video. This video is all about the zodiac signs and how they manifest in life, okay? The water bearer here, offering you all the tea to bring you into the new age, basically, okay? So, I just realized I need to make more videos, like spiritual awakening videos, not just astrology, not just tarot, not just weekly guidance, but also continue to post videos about life and about, ways to help at life and just some more information about the universe and how things work. Because, yeah, it's great to keep expanding and to keep opening myself up and sharing in new ways, yeah. And I really feel like you are really going to enjoy it as well. Not just knowing about the energy of the week, but also about really deep down my philosophies and ancient philosophy and just how everything works, okay? So, let's get into the video, okay? So basically in this video, I'm going to talk about not going through and be like, Aries, they are courageous, they are the fighters, Taurus, love money, love to sleep, lazy, We're not going into that, okay? You can look up on Google for that, okay? You can, it's everywhere, okay, to get a general gist. But I want to just explain how the 12 signs manifest in life real quick, okay? That's the main thing, it's... Again, if you check out my video I made on everything is a mirror, or also my video on the fractal system and life is cyclical, which I just made, excuse me, you'll understand a little bit more about how everything is mirrored in life. So the zodiac sign of Taurus is not just here to represent people born between April 20th and May 20th. You know what I'm saying? This is actually an understanding of what the energy of Taurus manifests in life, because the 12 zodiac signs actually is how life expresses itself, okay? And so we're going to express that. I'm going to express that to you now, okay? So you can know how everything's expressed, okay? So this is going to go with your life. I'm going to this is the example I'm going to use for the 12 signs will be if I'm a person, okay? Like a human being first on earth. But you can do this for anything. You can do this for a new idea you have, a new emotion, a new relationship. All these things are manifest in the same pattern because life happens in the exact same way, okay? Talk about it in another video, but life is a fractal, okay? And it moves off of, if you zoom in, the same pattern there is going to be magnified and it's going to continue to fold on itself and be the exact same, kind of like a DNA helix, or you gotta check out the video, okay, if you haven't checked it out, because I really just talked 20 minutes all about fractals and how life is cyclical, okay? In this video, though, we're going to just talk about zodiac signs with it, okay? And so again, as I was saying, it works on every aspect of life. After I go through the signs, I'll use another example like relationships or a business idea or, something you're working on, and how it's going to go through the full 12-step process, okay? So, starting off, we got to start with Aries, the first sign, okay? This is once you first arrive. Let's say, me and you are here, and we're not here, actually. We just popped up, okay? So I would be like, oh, okay, so I have these hands. It's like kind of like, what's that movie with Lindsay Lohan, and they switched, her and the mom switched, Freaky Friday, okay? It's similar to Freaky Friday. If you popped into a new body, or you just, were born, your soul was born into an adult body, not a baby where you, didn't have your mind to, like, understand things. But you could actually, like, understand. You would be like, oh, okay. This is who I am, okay. This is my body, okay. This is what I look like, okay. This is my face, okay. So this is how I walk, oh, okay. This is how I walk, okay. This is kind of, this is not even really getting into what your aesthetic is or anything. That's getting a little bit into Taurus, your values, what you feel. But really just your sense of self, okay. That's Aries, okay. Once you're here, this is Aries, boom. What you're looking at, the first spark of anything. When you first came, this is boom, who are you? That's Aries, okay? That's Aries energy, okay? And that's with anything else, with an idea, you have the idea. Relationship, you meet. Oh, hey, I'm Corey, nice to meet you, okay? And you take in your first impression. That's Aries, first impression, okay? And that is why Aries rules the first house, your rising sign, okay? Because that's how you come off to people. That's how who you are in the public eye. Not necessarily just in the public eye, but in life, kind of your mannerisms, your personality a little bit, okay? That's Aries, okay? So once I'm here and I'm like, okay, Then I'm going to be like, okay, so how do I relate to everything around me? Okay. So I feel like, I am loved. I feel worthy. What is my value? What do I want to place my value on? Okay. Now that I'm here, how do I feel about myself? That's Taurus. Okay. And if you really think about how everything is a mirror, Taurus rules finances and money, but not just because it rules finances and money and it's because it's an earth sign. It rules that because when your value of yourself is the exact equal representation of how much abundance you accrue. Okay. And so if you feel lack in yourself, you don't feel like you're enough, you're not going to get enough. You know what I'm saying? And so this is that Taurus energy. Once you've now created whatever you created in Aries, it has an identity and form. Then you move into Taurus and you define the form. You try to bring something into form. You try to see value. Okay. Taurus rules, the five senses as well, the pleasures in your life. Because it's like once you realize you have hands, you got eyes to see things. What do you want to see now? What do you want to hear now? What do you want to taste? What do you want to touch? Okay. Taurus is all about that. They know the best foods, the best things to see, the best music to listen to, the best clothing. Taurus are very, they really know, oh, this is like cheap. This is not good quality. This is not good quality. I want some higher value. Okay. So that's the second aspect. Once you know self, then you move into, okay, what does this self want? Okay. And what is this self? What do I want in my life? What do I want to obtain in this life? What values do I want to have in my life? Okay. And that's not just physical. That's again, you can do emotional. Once you create a thought, how do you want to value it? Once someone says to you, how do you want to value it? Once you start a relationship, how do you want to value it? It all goes to this next aspect, okay? Then we move to number 3, Gemini, okay? So once you understand who you are and you feel like you understand your worth, now you connect with others like, oh my God, I value the arts as well. You value music too. Let's link up. Oh my God, I'm curious about this. Now that you have these things and I want to acquire these things now. Okay, so then you have a curiosity about life. You have an understanding of I'm who I am. Because basically Aries and Taurus show you yourself and your worth about that. So those two signs really give you. Okay. Gemini rules the twins. It's the arms and the chest. That's your connectedness, which is why it's ruled by Mercury in the hands. And it's your connection to everything around you. Okay. And your local vibes. Okay. We get to Sag, which is the opposite of Gemini. See how everything is matched beautifully? That's the long-term vibes, the things outside of your grasp, the things outside of your reach, okay? That's Sagittarius, okay? And so Gemini, now that you have your understanding, now that you have your values and your work, now you want to share that. Oh my God, look at this new project I have. It's so amazing. I have to tell someone. Gemini, okay? Oh my God, I feel so amazing. I have to go out and just like meet people. That's Gemini, okay? And then once you meet people, once you're curious, you have all these new ideas, you're communicating, you're expressing, then you have a few people, oh my God, we really vibe, so come on over. You have a little buddy, you have a group, okay? Or people just like you create a little bit of a family, okay? Or if you accrue enough stuff, let's say you have this value, then your Gemini energy is going and express, oh, I want that. I want to try this out, try that out. Then you start to have things you accumulate. And what that is Cancer. That is the home, okay? It also is how you feel about these things. Now that you have a sense of self-worth, and you now just connected with a whole bunch of people, how did you feel about all that? That's Cancer, okay? The solidity, the nurturing, how you feel about it, okay? Also notice everything is connected. The 4th house is Cancer, the 4th sign. That's in numerology, 4 is the number of stability, okay? That's your foundation. You can create foundations off of 4s, okay? Any kind of, if you look anywhere, cars driving by, how many wheels they got? Okay? You have different options, okay? You can do other things too, but true stability is with 4, okay? You don't see buildings just kind of build off 3 pegs, it's always the 4. That's the true stability, okay? So finding your stability, once you understand who you are, your worth, you're connected with somebody else, where do you want to stabilize? Now that you know all that, where's your center? How do you feel about all that? That's Cancer, okay? Then once you have a home and once you have a center and you're feeling grounded in yourself, you're feeling stabilized, then it's like, okay, now I'm in my home and you're like, what do I want to do? What am I trying to do in here? You know what I'm saying? Do I want to have kids in my home? Do I want to, express or be like a child? Do I want to play in my house? Okay. That's Leo, the next sign, the 5th energy. Okay. In my home, do I want to have a date? Do I want to have someone over? Okay. Fifth house, romance, your romantic life. It's the aspects of, now that you have your stability and now that you know the people around you that you vibe with, what are you doing with your life? Where's the fun? Where's the joy? Okay. How are you expressing? If there's hobbies, that's the fifth house. Okay. Creativity, creative endeavors, that's the fifth house. Okay. All these things. Okay. And that's Leo. And then once you know what makes you happy, you know what makes you, brings you joy. If it's children you want to have in your life that brings you joy, you're getting children, you're working with children. If you want to have a partner in your life, you're working with romance. You're working on your creative endeavors. Everybody has certain things that, we have our gifts, and that's fifth house. It's how you express your gifts. Okay. Then the sixth house, we go to Virgo. Okay. The next sign. That's like, okay, now I know I have all these fun things to do. How am I going to incorporate that in my life? Like, how am I going to make that a pattern? How am I going to make that a rhythm? How am I going to line that up? Okay. What's my routine, my daily routine in my home that I just got? Because I'm that Cancer. I just passed Cancer. My children that I have. Now, how am I going to plan them into my life? How am I going to figure out what's the best thing they need to eat? What's the best thing I need to eat in my life? How do I sustain my home? All these things are going to be Virgo. Okay. The Virgo, I literally feel like, is the efficiency of how to deal with life. Okay. I have Virgo rising, so that's a lot of my life is trying to figure out what's the best aspect, what's the best thing for me. Oh my God, what's the best food to eat? What's the best routine? What's the best mentality to have? Okay. And so that's the energy of Virgo. Then we move, once you understand your lifestyle, how you work, all that's first through sixth. Okay. Now we're introduced to others. Okay. We have the opposition. We've just built our entire self first through sixth. So Aries season through Virgo season is a big major building of yourself. Okay. Which is also why so many planets go retrograde during this time, because it's an internal focus. Okay. Notice majority of the summer, a lot of the outer planets go retrograde. Okay. And that's a theme. It seems to happen around the same time. Okay. And that's because, and it's not just that, there's planets that go retrograde during the 7th through the 12th as well, but retrograde is an internal focus, and since you're building yourself from 1st through 6th, you need more of an internal focus. Okay, then you get to 7. Okay, and if we have a full 12, it would be like 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, not 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 3, 6, 9, 12. I'm sorry, I had it messed up. Looking at the clock, you're having 1 face on. Okay, 2, 3. Okay. Gemini, you're looking at someone next to you. Oh my God, hey, what's up? Then 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is directly facing back, okay? So you're seeing not yourself, but you're seeing whoever, like if I was, this is me, 1, 2, 3, age sibling, 4, which is why Gemini rules sibling as well, 4, 5, 6, 7. I started back there, now I can see you, okay? Libra, rules opposition. Okay, if you're a Libra rising, all of your houses are in the opposite place. Okay, and so what that is, through opposition, you get balance. Okay, look at a scale. You have to have 2 things opposing to balance them out. So that's Libra. Libra rules balance. Okay, and once you have your life figured out and your understanding of your life, how does that work with everybody else? Okay, once you know your lifestyle, what lifestyle do you want to match with? Who do you want to? Who do you, like your life partner, who do you want to live life, share your life with, okay, that you've just figured out in Virgo season, okay, and then the 6th energy, that's 6th energy, okay. Now it's the balancing. Who do you want to balance with, okay, to get a greater understanding of yourself, okay, because relationship, it's a mirror. That's why it's opposing the 1st house of self, okay. Whatever your self is, who you oppose is going to be a mirror of you, okay. Then you meet all these people in the 7th house, and then you have transformation, okay? Because life, the only constant thing in life is change, okay? You can't just keep going the same way. Then you have to have something occur that brings in new change, so that is transformation, okay? Energy cannot be destroyed or created, but it can be shifted and mutated and changed, okay? Alchemy, okay? And just energy blending and all that good stuff, okay? That's like the mutable sign energy, okay? Pisces, Sag, Gemini, and Virgo know all about that, okay? We might go do a video on the mutabilities, okay? I'm sorry, on the modalities with mutable signs, okay? And fixed and cardinal as well, but it's the shifting that occurs, okay? That's going on, okay? That brings new change. And so that is Scorpio. okay, the 8th sign, okay, 8th house. This is the aspects in your life, the tough challenges that might come in. Scorpio looks for authentic truth, and what is the deep truth beneath the surface? Over that past 7 zodiac signs, there may have been some things, in the first house when you developed that Aries, some things that you didn't fully develop, or when you went and blended with your siblings and people in your local environment on the 3rd house, maybe there's certain things you didn't express, or there's certain things you picked up that you didn't vibe with, or all of that comes out, and you get an understanding of that in Scorpio, and in the dark understanding, you get like a viewpoint of like, okay, what's really going on here, okay? And that looks back on the past 7 signs. With your relationships, it's partnerships in the Libra, and then deep partnerships with Scorpio, okay? What's underneath the surface on all the first 7, okay? Then once you have your transformation, your Phoenix, because what you have to do is a Scorpio, the highest degree, the highest octave, is the last decan of Scorpio, is the Phoenix, okay? So the Phoenix can only be reborn through complete destruction of self, okay? Going back and really looking and going back all the way to Aries, okay? So that's why Scorpio sits there. Then once you have all that understanding, your life falls apart. It's like the Tower card a little bit, okay? Something occurs in your life, the foundations are wiped off, okay? You gain new awareness. After the Tower card, you have the Star. And even though it's ruled by Aquarius, it's like, oh my God, I survived. There's something is must be some pattern. There must be a God. There must be something above me, because that occurred out of my control. Something in my life, it could have been like a tornado or hurricane, or it could have been anything that occurs in your life. It's some tragic event. It's not something you're planning, not planning your demise. You know what I'm saying? If something occurs that throws you off, that is something that is part of the plan to help you grow. But then you realize, oh my God, I'm part of this. There's meaning in my life. Certain things are happening for certain reasons. What is that reason? What's that meaning? Okay, that's Sagittarius. Okay, and so think about when you're trying to understand something, like what's the meaning of that? You ask questions. You seek. You go read books. You go travel to understand different cultures. So that's Sagittarius. It's what you need to do and what you need to experience and to expand your understanding and expand your awareness. Once you went through that Scorpio, that dark aspect, and looked at yourself, now you're like, oh my God, now I want to see what the meaning of life is. How do I understand everything? Okay. And so ways to expand and ways to understand life are in Sagittarius. Okay. That's why religion is in Sagittarius. The judicial system as well, because that is understanding life and how it balances out, and seeking your moral values and your, because that morals and your morals focus a lot on the highest truths in your life. Your values are more about your personal truths. I feel like the Taurus energy is like, what do I value in my life based on my experiences? But Sagittarius is looking for, what are the highest truths? What are the truths of the universe? Okay, well, what are things like the fractal system I was talking about? Okay, what are things that life works around? What is that truth? Okay, and so it's understanding in that way. Okay, the big picture. Okay, that's Sagittarius, and it's the same thing as well. After you end that dark moment, you have the aha moment. You have the light after the dark. That's Sagittarius. Okay. Then once you get all this new understanding, you are even in a new religion, or you have this new understanding of life, you realize life has a meaning, okay? That gives you purpose, okay? That gives you passion. That gives you something that makes you, okay, now I know, I'm here to share with others. Now I want to help. I want to create a career. I want to create something that's going to allow me to do that. Or I want to work with others in this way so that we can build this together. That's Capricorn, okay? What you're building in this life based on the knowledge you understand from Sagittarius, okay? Now that you know your morals, it's what are you building off of that, okay? What are you growing to? What are you working for, okay? Who are you? Who do you want to grow into? What's your legacy going to be, okay? That's all Capricorn. Once you know your truths and know the truths of the universe and connect with the universe and understand that everything has meaning, you're not just here, just surprised you're here. There's purpose in you being here. Then you want to work with that and mold that and manipulate that, okay, that purpose, and put something into that purpose. Put purpose behind the purpose, okay? That's Capricorn, that earth energy of how to stabilize that, okay? Anytime you're trying to shift anything with your life, notice the 2nd, 6th, and the 10th house we just talked about. Every time I talk about Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, it was a lot about life, okay? How do you value yourself in your life? Then how are you shifting your life around in your work? And now, how are you finalizing and what are you building from your life? Okay, that's that energy. Same thing with Aries. It's fire. It's your passions. If you go back to the beginning, you just started, so it's like, oh my God, like look what I have, And then you go into Leo. That's the fifth house I was talking about. Once you have your home, what are you doing in it? What brings you passion? Okay, children, romance, all these things. Then we go now, ninth house. You just went through hell, basically, in Scorpio. Not just saying that Scorpio's hell. It's just basically, well, even though it rules, the Grim Reaper, all that is Scorpio. But it is once you go to these darker aspects, because society paints white and dark and light and darkness as darkness is such a negative thing. That's not true. Darkness is just another aspect of life. It's the polarity of light, okay? And that doesn't make it dark. That doesn't make it bad, okay? And so you have this polarity. You have this understanding out of that darkness. Now you have this new passion, this new drive, this new, oh my God, now I want to, everything has meaning. I want to share, I want to explore, okay? And that's passion, okay? You can do the same thing with air and water as well, okay? But that's how everything kind of balances out. Then once you are building something, you have this new business, how is that helping the community? How is that connecting with community in your work environment? What's the friendship like? How is the connection, okay? And where do you want to go? Now that you have your business or who you are, your legacy, how does it connect with others and where do you want to take that? What are your wishes for your future? What are your dreams, okay? That's Aquarius. That's the next aspect. It's over friendship, connection, networking, the internet, all these things, ways you connect. Like people have their businesses. My business is on YouTube. This is my Aquarius. I'm connecting with you. I got one on Instagram. I have a website. So places where you can go and connect with each other off of a platform. And the platform would be Capricorn. The connection would be Aquarius. Okay. And then lastly, as it's 222 videos, so amazing. You have Pisces. Okay. It's the greatest understanding of everything. It looks back, it's lived the full understanding, so it holds that wisdom of all the signs. And each sign, you gain more wisdom as you go, okay? And then it's looking back, it's reflecting on what happened in this experience. It's looking on anything that is needing to wrap up, needing to finish, concludes at the end. Your 12th house transit, the last 30 days before your birthday, everything gets revealed. Things are wrapped up. It's usually a tough time for me because just hidden things come out and stuff. You have lower energy as well because when you're battered, you got your phone going the whole day. By the end of the day, you're on the red. You know what I'm saying? So Pisces has a little more loftiness, a little bit more sleepiness with them because, number one, their souls are old as hell because they're at the end, okay? Compared to Aries, it's like the first spark, so it's like energy, it's pure energy. And so Pisces is the opposite of that. Not saying they don't have energy, but it's more of a sense of like an older person, okay? And also the last sign, the spiritual world is where we go back to after we live this physical incarnation. And so the spiritual is not in this reality. So we connect with the spiritual, like when in our dreams, we connect with the spiritual. When we meditate, we connect with the spiritual when we have to leave this consciousness, basically, okay? And go into our subconscious, okay? That is the spiritual. So that's why Pisces are a little bit dreamy and can be a little bit toned down because they are connected to that next realm, okay? They are the spiritual, that's the next, as soon as you finish Pisces, you have that spiritual realm, okay? So Pisces is the last sign, so it's halfway. Let's say 1 foot on the banana peel, 1 foot in the grave or something like that. That is Pisces, okay? It's like here to understand life, but it's understanding life so it can move into some new transition, some new life, which starts at Aries again, okay? And that is the signs, guys. That's how they manifest in your life. You start off with this new idea, and then you go through all the transformation, all these new things that come up. You connect it with others. You have a realization of it. And then you either, okay, now I understand that. Let me try this, or let me upgrade this, okay? That's how life manifests in itself, through the Zodiac, okay? And so we are all born throughout the year to bring in each individually a portion of that story and a portion of that journey, and we mix with each other to give you life, okay? You have different planets in different ways, and your life manifests for you in such different ways based on where your planets are, but also the houses in your where your house placement is in your birth chart. Okay, like for me, my Aries energy, my first house energy starts at Virgo because I'm Virgo rising. So my life, then my values are going to be Libra because that's the next one after. So my Taurus energy is going to be like Libra. Okay, and so all of that shifted all the way down to 12. It'll be based on my birth chart. Okay, and so we all have a unique birth chart based on the time of the planet that was rising when you were born, okay? And so that is what I have for you guys. If you want to know any more about any of this, you know where to get in contact with me, okay? The link is below. You can check out my services if you want to look more at your birth chart and see how this all works for you. And for anything, there's so many services, and I'm constantly adding more. So go check that out. Check out my website as well for more. There's a blog I'm starting on there. It's already started, but I'm just trying to keep it rolling, okay? Events page, 2 events coming up as well. So much going on. So make sure you're staying in tune with the website. If you're not following me on Instagram or Facebook, hit that up. And yeah, if you're not following me on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button, okay? If you are an oldie and you watch my videos frequently, make sure you're sharing and liking and commenting just so that we can continue to express this to other people. If you feel like someone else needs to know about how life manifests and zodiac signs, share this video to them, okay? Or let them know about me, okay? So much love, guys. I will talk to you later and enjoy the rest of your day.